Hello guys, and today I'll be telling you how to make your very own beginner game from scratch. This will be part 1 of the video. Now let's get started. What you want to do is create a Roblox account. If you already have one, just log into it. Now open the classic base plate. Now what you want to do is go to workspace. See this? Now click on base plate. You right click on it. You can rename it. You right click here. This will pop up. What you want to do is delete it. Now it's deleted, we can create our part. Go to workspace, click on part. Right click, you can change your angle, perspective. This is what this cube does. Now I'm just gonna get this brick, click on it, and you click on scale, you can make it bigger. So I'm just gonna zoom out. Now we can stretch it to turn it to a base plate. Okay, but this doesn't really look like grass, so let's change it. You can change the brick color, something like green. Now since in this tutorial we will be making a simulator game, so let's make a shamrock color. You can also choose the material. They have grass, which makes it look more like grass, but I'm gonna choose let's see, I actually quite like plastic. It's just really smooth. Okay, now we have our base plate. Now we also want to insert a spawn location. This is where the player will go when you click on play. Now when you click on play, you'll see that base plate or this part falls. What we can disable this is going to part, scroll down to part and click on anchored. Now it will stay anchored. Let's rename this to base plate. This will make it easier to identify it. Okay, let's create a folder. This makes it more neat. Let's name it map. Now let's drag spawn location and the base plate in the map. The way you double click on it, control click, and control click on the other parts if you want to deselect it. Let's drag it into the map folder. Okay, now let's make some trees. Let's make these trees a little bit basic. Actually, this seems a little small, so let's just resize. Okay, so what we want to do, let's make our very own tree. But it's important. Oh, the cylinder will do to us for the tree mark. Let's stretch it to. I think this would be a good height for a tree. Now let's make it brown. You can choose which shade you want. I'm just gonna go burnt yellow. Now you might be wondering why we're not gonna rename it. I'll tell you later. Now let's create a sphere. Let's move the sphere over here. Now let's resize the sphere because it'll be the tree leaves. Okay, let's move so it goes on top of the tree. let's check it for that does not look nice. Yeah. Let's make so. Let's move it a little bit. Just do. Oh no. If you go to Control Z, you can really undo your actions. I'm just going to. Now let's change this color to green. You can choose what shade you want. I'm going to choose camera. Now, here's a trick. If you can control click on both of these parts, then you go to model, you click on union, they become one part altogether. Rename this union to tree. So let's go change it. Now, to make multiple trees, you can click on Control D to create another tree. You can then drag this tree to put multiple trees around the map. You can redesign it to what you want. I'm just gonna put a few more. And I'll put one more. And let's make 11 of these. Let's make in this map folder another folder. Rename it to trees. Now let's control click all of the trees. You can also do this in the actual tab. I'm gonna do it. Okay, I'm gonna drag it into the trees. Okay, there we go. Now, if you play, they fall over because we haven't anchored them. Now we can do stuff as a bunch. We control click all of these. Then we can anchor it. Now the trees won't fall. Make sure to anchor all the parts you place in. Now you may realise as a player you can just walk off. Jump off. Let's make some invisible walls. Let's create a pot. Actually first, let's create a folder, name it invisible walls. Sorry, I think I spelled it incorrectly. Okay, let's create a pot. Let's align it so it's on the edge. Now you can see this part. Let's draw click on it. Let's scale it directly here, so stretch it there, from there stretch it to the corners. Right. Okay. Now let's make it a little bit high so the players really can't just jump in. Grab the green one. Make it pretty tall. Now we could just create the other part. Just do this all over again. It's actually something with Control D. This will create another one. Now we can move this over. Let's just reposition it. Let's just move this. Just hit it. Then position it. Let's create a part. Just turn this around. So it's facing this way. There we go. Let's position it. Now let's just do the same thing. Hold it. Let's scale it. Okay, zoom out. Let's grab this part. Now you may be wondering why are these walls actually invisible? We'll make them invisible later. Control D. Let's just do the same thing as we did for these other walls. To make them invisible, let's Control click on all of these. First, the way to make them visible, set the transparency to 1. Let's also name them invisible wall. Let's drag them to the invisible walls. Now I think how to spell invisible. There we go. And we are done for part 1. We've made our land. And made some trees. And we're done for part 1. I'll be making part 2 next. Thank you for watching. Bye.